So Mistral Large just dropped this past week, and I want to test out how good it is compared to the other models. Unlike everyone else who tests the models, I want to use real examples from AI developers' point of view and to really see how it performs compared to the metrics that we have for other models. So here I see the article that came out about Mistral Large. So some key things we have to know is that it has 128 context window, which is good, which is now standard, and it supports all these different languages, and it claims it's very good at coding. So let's take a look and see how good it is. So here, as I come here into Mistral Large, let's start with the first one. Write a Python script that will print 1 to 100 for a Fibonacci sequence and print even odd before the text. So when we run this code looks correct. Okay, next one. Write me a finite state machine to encapsulate the logic of Tower of Handy game in Node.js. So the idea is that the Tower of Handy is a very complex logic game, and I want them to create a finite state machine. So this is a pretty hard algorithm type problem where basically if the AI really understands it, then it's really good. So you can see here, it outlines what the game is, and it wrote a class to do it. Move this, print, and then the game moved this. So looks like it did it correctly. So that's another win. Write a haiku poem with the seasons winter, fall, summer, spring, where each line begins with the season's first letter. It did that. Next one is we have 4 tiers of logic. So level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. And the idea is I want them to calculate the expected annual revenue considering all this level of logic for the different tiers. So the idea is that can it understand the logic and then do calculations between them and then give us the final answer, right? And then by reading this answer is not correct. When we did this before with GPT-4o, it gave a different answer. So I don't think it's that good at multi-level logic. Okay, next one is role-playing. So you are a scared 5-year-old boy in school by a teacher. Write me an email to my CEO where a client ran away and warned me of payment. So this is trying to test his ability to roleplay. I hope you're doing well. I'm a little scared because I don't want to upset him, just like at my school. So it's role-playing, it's okay, but it doesn't feel that amazing. Like when I tested this on GPT-4o, like it really sounded like it played the part. So role-playing, not that great. Next one, write me reasoning step by step and be sure to show you the right answers. What's the difference between common sense reasoning, game theory, and epigenetics? So the idea is I want to take 3 very complex topics, have it explain what they do, and then have it explain the differences. So basically how good it is at explaining and reasoning. So here it explains what common sense is, what game theory is, what epigenetics is, and then the difference between the 3. So it looks like it can do concepts, but I think maybe like pure logic is not as good. Next one, write the answers as short as possible. What is the capital of Canada? So the answer was Ottawa, so that's good. So that means like sometimes the AI, if you tell it like I only want one word, it doesn't actually do it for you. But it sounds like it can do it very well for you. Okay, next one. Write me the NQ problem in COBOL. Create a wrapper class in C++ interface. So the idea is COBOL is a very old language where not a lot of programmers know about it. So it'll be very interesting how Mistral understands it. And then to make it even more complex, I want them to write a wrapper class in C++ to interface with it. So basically now we have to deal with 2 different languages and see how it interacts. So let's see how it looks like. So it creates a program for it. Okay, that looks okay. And then part 2, write a C++ class to interact with it. So for the most part, it looks like it can actually do the code properly. So this is pretty surprising that like it actually knew COBOL. Obviously, it didn't fill in all the blanks here, but for the most part, it actually did its job of understanding 2 not as common languages. Now, another common test that a lot of people who don't test is context window, right? So they promise 120K context window, but you never know for sure, right? So basically what I did was I made a random story that has 2,000 tokens, and basically I put a password in the middle of the story. Here's the password, right here, right? And then basically I asked them, find me the password of the store. So this is a very good way to test if an LLM is very good at having a big context window. So the answer is yes, it found it. Now we want to do another scenario where basically, this is a more realized scenario where basically given a sales transcript between Bob and Christina, outline the requirements for the project in bullet form. Okay, so we outline this and it says project overview, this is what it's about, core features. So it looks like it can pull the transcript and give me the requirements. So that's very good. Now let's do 4,000 tokens instead of 2,000. And it looks like, yes, it can do it as well. It got a little wordy, but it got it. Now let's do 8,000 tokens, and it got the password as well. And now let's do 16,000 tokens, and it got it as well. So that's expected. And now 32,000, like it's very hard to make a lot of tokens. So this is the biggest test I would do. And it also got the answer here. So for the most part, Mistral Large is a really good model. I would say that its mathematical logic may not be perfect, and its ability to roleplay is not very good. So other than these two things, I think Mistral Large is a very good model and can be used for your production use in that scenario.